Hello all, welcome back. This is Rampraj Doraisamy, and we are going to start our 50-day Dataverse and Microsoft Dynamics CRM JavaScript challenge. And this is week one. So we are going to see about the basics JavaScript in Dataverse or Microsoft Dynamics CRM forms. So day one, we are going to see about form context, and day two, we are going to see about to get attribute value and how to get and set field values, and day 3 about onload and on change event. Day 4 form fields using JavaScript, and day 5 we are going to see about showing and hiding a fields that is based on a condition, and day 6 enabling and disabling a field with JavaScript, and day 7 with formatting dates in Microsoft Dynamics CRM or with the Dataverse environment. So this is just a basics which I have taken it for the week one. So in upcoming weeks, we are going to see about the retrieves, retrieve multiples, executes, create, update, all the operations which which we are using in our environment. So I'm just going to pretty much cover all the areas in our JavaScript side in Dataverse or with Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So without any delay, I'm just jumping into our new what can I say, the day one with understanding the form context in Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So today we are going to see about what is form context and what are the key components of form context and what are the key properties which we are using in the form context. So what is form context? So consider there is an account form available. So if against that account form we can directly get the values related to the fields or related to the forms or related to the tabs sections, so that all the parts we can able to directly get it via the form context. So for that we are just using the form context variable that initially we are using a xrm.page, and from there we are directly getting it. So now we are simplifying it and we are getting it via the form context. So for that we are using a form context variable here. It's simple. It provides information and methods related to the form where the JavaScript code is running. That's it. So now going to the next slide, the key components. There are two type of key components here. One is with the form context and another one is form properties and methods. So form context, as I said, initially we are going with the xrm.page, and now we are using a form context. Now I'll just explain both xrm.page and the form context as well. And from properties, as I said, we are having a field, section, tabs. So these are all we are saying it as properties and methods here. So going to the next one, key properties. What are the key properties? We can able to see it in our form level. We can say attribute level. So using attribute we can say get attribute we can do, set value and get value we can do, and controls we can say get control and set disabled we can do, and data, so we can directly get the entity ID and get the entity name. Events, what are the event handlers available? I can say simply about add on save event and remove on save event. And UI, it is related to the tabs and sections and all the stuff. So I just provided a sample overview of how it looks like, and I just want to make a short and crisp to make you people understand for how this JavaScript works. So without any further delay, I don't want to run into PPT. Let's directly take you into the CRM system, which I'm having a current trial environment. I'll directly take you there, and I'll just show you how we can write a JavaScript for that one in a basics manner. So this is my trial environment, and before starting with the trial environment, you just directly go to your make.powerapps.com and go to your solutions, create a new solution. So I'll provide So I'll just provide a sample name over here, and I'll provide some default publisher, or if you want to create a publisher you can directly create a publisher over here with the name. So what is meant by publisher here? So whoever is creating the solution, we are calling them as a publisher here. So for now publisher name as Bosch, I'll provide the prefix also as Bosch. With the name also Bosch. I'll click on save. So now I'll just come here and select my Bosch environment. Okay, I forgot to provide the name for this one. Perfect. So now I'll click on create here. So now the trial environment is done now. So what I'll do in this trial environment, I created a solution and a publisher name. Now I'll just go here and I'll add a new table. So going further, this is the table which we are going to use for our whole session. So I'm just going to create a new table here. So I'll provide a name as 50-day. I'll provide it simply as, let me enable an attachment as well. So this is the primary column. Primary column is nothing but the name of the table, which is of the primary name of the table. So I'll just say 50-day. Okay, name. I'll click on save. So now the table is created. So we need to visualize that. What can I say? That table in our model driven app. So for that, I'll directly go to my new app. I'll add a model driven app. And here is the model driven app which we are going to use it for the uh, visualization part. So I'll just say T D. So I'll just provide the name. So how we are having a sales hub app or with the customer service hub or with some different tab model driven app which we are creating, right? So for that I'm just creating our own app with one of the table here, nothing else. I'm just going to add a page and this is the database table which I have, and this is the table which I have already created, and I'm just going to show it in the navigation. I'll click on add here. So here you can able to see that table automatically populated here. So I'll just click on save. I'll publish this one. Now I'll click on play. So here you can able to see this is the model driven app which we have created, and you can able to see that table created successfully here. Now I'll click on new, and here you can able to see. So this is a tab I can say, and here there is no tab. So in further sessions we will add a tab and will proceed further. And this is the tab, and these are the fields over here. So this is the text field, and this is a lookup field. Now I'll just show you what is meant by forms here, and sorry, how what is the difference between XRM.page and the form context. So both I'll just show it out here. So before that, I'll just open my Visual Studio to create what can I say? Mm, this solution. So I'll just create a new project. For now, I'll directly go with um, okay, I think it is fine. Okay, I'll just go with the class library because in further details, if there is anything for the plugin also, we'll just directly take it that one. So I'll just say 50-day. I'll just create this one. Let it create. Within the meantime, I'll just go to my channel. What can I say? The solution, and this is my table. I'll expand my table. I'll expand my table here. So this is a column. I'll go to the forms. So these are the forms which is available, and whatever form which we are seeing here is a main form. So I'm just opening the main form here. So there are two ways we can able to open it, this form. So one is with the classic form, and another one is with uh, what can I say, the Power Apps form, which is of the newer style. So initially when we started our career, we just started with the classic form. So here if I say switch to classic, it will take me to the classic screen as well. So both of them are fine. Okay. So here, so for example, if I directly go to events, so I can add a library. I need to add a library here. So for that, we are going to create our own JavaScript to call it out here. So for that, I'll directly go here. I'll right click. I'll add a new item. I'll search for JavaScript. This is the JavaScript file. I'll name it as DD. Click on add. The JavaScript file gets added. So first, for now, I'll just say simple function for day one. I'll say function name. So function name I'll provide it as onload. I want to trigger this as an onload event. So I'm just going to call it as an onload event. And here I'll simply put a debugger here. Okay. So nothing. I did not put any major code here. So I'll right click here and open folder in a file explorer. I'll copy this. And here is what I need to add a library. I'll click on add library. As this library is not available, I'll directly click on new web resource. I'll choose the file. I'll paste this. So this is the JavaScript file. I'll select this one. I'll click on save and publish here. Let's wait for the JavaScript to save and publish. Okay. So I'll search for it's that. So I'll select this one. You can able to see the library gets added successfully. And I'll click on outside here. I'll click on event, and here I'm going to call an onload event from this library. So I'll just go and call this onload event over there, and here you can able to see pass execution context as a first parameter, which means that here from here we can directly pass our form context from the form to our JavaScript. For now I did not enable. I'll show you how it works. I'll click on done here. I'll click on save and publish. So I'll go to my form here. I'll open my debugger. I'll make a hard refresh. So here you can see the debugger automatically gets triggered. So if I go to console, as I said earlier, xrm.page. If I say xrm.page, it will come up with the IDs, which is like a UI, global context, entity reference, entity day, entity name, and all the stuff we are getting. So we are not going to use xrm.page because it seems that it is going to be deprecated. So we are just directly going to use it from the form context. So how we are going to use that from the form context? So for that we are going to write some simple code here. So I'll just directly pass it as execution context. I'll name where form context equal to execution context dot get form context of. That's it. Yeah. So we are going to pass a parameter from the form to our JavaScript. So this is it will directly get it, and here you will get that form context over here. So now I'll just directly go here. I'll go to my form and I'll click on onload. I'm just going to pass this as a parameter. I'll click on done. I'll save and publish. So once the save and publish done, I'll go back because I need to update my JavaScript as well here. I think my JavaScript is not there. Okay, not an issue. I'll click on add existing, more, developer, sorry, web resource. I'll search for, okay, it is there. I'll select this one, click on add. So now I'll select this one, I'll click on edit, I'll add my existing JavaScript, I'll click on save, I'll publish this one. So now it is published. I'll go back again, I'll make a hot refresh here. So here you can able to see we got an execution context. We go to the execution context, context. So here you can also you'll get the execution context, and from here I need to get the form context. So I'll just go to the next line, and this is the form context. I'll go, okay, can copy it, not an issue. Form context. If I say so, the same as like that how we are getting in the XRM dot page. So I'll just say XRM dot page. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So here you can able to see the same values whatever you are getting it in the form context, you'll get it out here. So yes, so this is the main difference of the form context and XRM dot page. And going further, we are going to use the XRM dot page as well. So this is the basics of today's session. So we are going to use our form context, and that is the form context which we are going to use. Uh, uh, Basics. So it is like getting all the details from the respective form, which is nothing but this form. For example, if I just say test, and if I can directly get the name by passing this one, I can directly get this value, and I can directly pass this logical name to get this value. So for that we are using a form here. Hope you like this video, and going further, I think today the video is much what can I say, the big, and going further which is going to be a full of a technical part only. So yes, because today I just want to explain what is meant by form context, so that you'll get a better clarity of how it works, so that it will be easy for you to understand much better in the upcoming sessions. Hope you like this video. Please feel free to drop a comment if you have any queries, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.